Hi guys, how are you? It's been a while since I did a Facebook Live on my profile, so I wanted to come and say hi. If you guys follow my fiance Ryan Yukomi, I'm in his spot today. He normally does his Facebook Lives here, but it's the easiest for me, and the lighting is way better down here than it is in my office today. So hi guys, if you're just jumping on, let me know who is here with me. Today I want to talk about stop making it so dang hard and allowing flow into your business, your income, your life, whatever you're creating. And yeah, we're going to talk about some good things. Hi guys, welcome. So I'm feeling super fierce today. I just got off of a Facebook Live and I'm doing a 5-day Ignite Your Light challenge with my friend Lauren, and we were really helping people really reconnect to their intuition today. And a lot of that work is, releasing old stories so you can feel and hear what your intuition is telling you, so you can really start to propel forward in what you want to create. And I sat back and I thought about, my life really changed, my business really changed when I stopped being so caught up in my head and I stopped making it so hard. Because I don't know about you, if you guys feel like you can get so overwhelmed in, fear or limitation or doubt, and that kind of takes you out, but you feel you need to work harder and you need to work faster, but you don't get the results that you really want. Does anybody else feel me? Give me some hearts or give me some likes if you feel this way. I'm just going to shut this window because I can't tell if you guys can hear me properly or not with the window open right there. Hi Angie, so good to see you. So just this past month of June, I set out on a big goal in my business. And this big goal really required me to start fresh in a whole other line. I mean, for those of you not in network marketing, you will have no idea what I'm talking about. But basically, I had to build another line of beautiful women that wanted to come into our Goddess Boss tribe as customers or as business builders. Didn't really matter, but I was really focused on this goal, and I was doing it, because I love setting goals and I like making them really fun and really easy, but also because I really knew that it would ignite the people that I'm working with. They always say in business that you can't tell people what to do. You need to show them what to do, right? You need to show them what you're doing, and then they will take that action. So this goal was, pretty big for me because I was doing it what I felt like on my own. I was starting from scratch, and so I had to get really creative, and I had to also check my ego and my fear, because every stinking day that I was running for this goal, it was telling me that this is too hard, you're not going to do it, it's not going to work out, and every day I had to recommit to it. So I wanted to share with you guys what I did to get these results in a way that was fun and flowing. I tell people this all the time that I work with, that it's no easier if you choose to, or it's not that you're going to get a different result if you choose to do it the hard way. You might still get the exact same result, but if you have an easier way to do it, why not do it the easier way that feels more fun and in flow? So I set out at the beginning of this month, at the beginning of June, with this goal, and I needed about 3,000 volume, and at the time, I'm like, okay, who am I going to talk to? Who needs this? And this is where it all started. I had to remove myself out of the equation. I had to really bring in my vision and what I believe Team Goddess Bosses is and what it's representing and who we're serving. So first and foremost, you have to be very clear on what that energetic pull is for you to step out and want to do it every single day. So as the month went on, it was really great. I was hiccuping here and there. And a couple days, but by the time the month was almost done, a couple days before that, I felt really deflated. And I remember I was out for a walk with Ryan, and I said to him, I just don't know how I can do this anymore, like what I can do. I need like X amount more volume. I'm feeling really stressed out about this. And he said to me, don't dig up your seeds. I'm like, right. So in that moment, I recommitted to what I do best. And what I do best is I learn to trust my intuition. I learn to hear what it has to say, because I believe, you guys, that each and every one of us, we are connected and we're constantly being given the steps that we need. Hi, Naomi. We're being given the steps that we need through a power greater than us or through the divine. It's every moment of every day we're being fed this information. It's our own free will that says yes or no. It's our own free will. The universe can't make you do something, right? It can give you an idea. It can give you a really good idea. But if your fear is saying, I'm not good enough, or I can't actually take this out into the world, you're going to stop the idea that the universe is handing you. And that idea, and if it feels really good and really aligned for you, could be your $1 million idea, could be that next big business builder in your team. Who knows what that looks like for you? So with 2 days left in the month, Ryan said, don't dig up your seeds. And in that moment, I had to come home, like literally come home, because we were out walking, and come home. And I sat on the floor and I had a list of all these beautiful women that I was talking to about my products or my business. And I sat there in a meditation with my palms facing up, able to receive, and I envisioned sending white light to each and every one of these people on the list. Now, what I'll tell you that happened at the beginning of this, I'm like, am I wasting time getting into a 30-minute meditation? Like, who are the next 20 people I can reach out to? This was my ego, right? Any of you in business constantly go back to thinking that taking time on yourself is actually taking away from your business? I still battle with this. I'm like, 30 minutes? I could have reached out to 10 more people in 30 minutes, or, got on the phone with 3 more people. But instead, I had to follow what felt right. And I went into a meditation. I had to get still, and I had to invest 30 minutes, not only into myself, but into all these other people from an energetic place. We are always attracting through frequency. Always attracting through frequency. So if we're in a chaotic frequency that is almost repelling people, but you're still taking the action to do the work to reach out to people, it's not going to work. They're not going to come in, right? You have to be an energetic match. So I calmed myself down from thinking that I was wasting 30 minutes, and I trusted it. I went into this space of chill, calmness, and I sent light over all of them. By the time I got out of the 30 minutes, hey Angie, hi Lisa, Tara, hi. By the time I got out of the 30 minutes, one person had already signed up that was on this list, and 2 people had reached out to me that were not on this list. And I want to make this very clear. You can think it needs to be a certain way. You can think it has to be only from a certain list of people. This happens to me all the time. You guys, how many times, if you guys are coaches or in network marketing, how many times have you gotten on the phone with somebody thinking and giving your time, right? Giving your time, giving your strategy or your skills or your love, and they don't sign up, but within the next couple of days, someone else does. It doesn't matter. If you're pouring energy out serving, like, Angie Lee always talks about this all the time with building business, and I watch her trainings all the time. The more you are in service and giving value, that's going to come back in an energetic frequency. It's going to match you in some way. It may not be from the person you think. So you've got to hold on to your expectations very loosely. Very loosely. You'll know what your end goal is. You'll hold that. You'll become an energetic match for what you want your goal to be. But hold on to how you think it's going to happen really loosely, because we actually don't know that how piece yet. So 2 more people had reached out to me. I felt so blessed. I really filled myself up with this gratitude, and I obviously reached them out and helped them get started. But then where the piece was that I could not figure out that was missing, and I had tried to rack my mind around this all the time because I was posting on social media and I wasn't really getting much result. I'm like, what the hell? These are really good posts. Why is no one replying to me? Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever felt like, God dang, this was so good. Why is nobody understanding it? Hudson came flying down here, if you can see him walking around somewhere. Yeah, and I was like getting really upset. I'm like, that was a really well-written post. So what we have to remember, especially in business, especially if we're, like I said, running for a goal, and you have this, you got to remove yourself from the equation. You got to remember what serves people best, but also trust that your intuition is going to guide you. So I was getting up out of my desk and I was literally about to walk out the door of my office, and I got this hit. And this hit was like, share with your tribe authentically how you are using these products. And I was too embarrassed. I fought my intuition for a good 30 minutes, you guys. I was so embarrassed because the way I've been using the products and what the promo was for the month that I was offering, or that the company was offering, was helping me with a very large breakout. So if you saw on Facebook the whole what's behind the fern thing, that's exactly my intuition, what it told me to do. It just told me to be very straight and authentic and to, the point and how I'm using the product. I even called myself out. That's one thing that I learned early on in business, especially speaking on stages, is if you feel nervous or if you feel embarrassed or whatever, just say, hey, I'm kind of feeling embarrassed here. It's going to drop that energy and you can step back into what you're here to do. You can go back and see that post. I was mortified because how many of us, if you have a breakout, you want to hide. Like, this all happened the day before our photo shoot. This firstborn, as Ryan likes to call it, emerged from some depths of my body or emotions or something, and I was mortified. And I'm like, oh my God, you're like, to my intuition, I'm like, you're right, I gotta share this because people are gonna pick up energetically on what I'm feeling, how I'm using the product, and they're gonna see the results that it's giving. I need to share this. Instead of me guessing what you needed to hear or you wanted training on, I had to trust that the collective consciousness was coming through me and I was sharing it. I ended up signing up another 3 or 4 people from that post that night, and more came in after that from it. So blessed. Like, I'm so blessed that I was able to really sink into following this guidance so I can teach you guys, because this has been my thing from day one with, relaunching business and everything, is I know there is a different way to do it, and it doesn't need to be hard. It doesn't need to be hard. You can really step into a flow with it and really work with the universe on it. I know that. It's just a choice. And I've been saying it forever, so I'm so blessed I was able to put it into action and attract. So for the next few days, it was a day and a half after that, I ended up hitting my rank goal. And customers and beautiful business builders kept coming in, and even into July, it's still happening. And I heard so many amazing ideas for training and doing a sneak peek into what our team does. And these are things that I couldn't think of when I was in a space of fear. So if you guys have questions, like what are you guys going through right now that you really want to see up level and you're in a space of fear that you almost feel like you're playing small because of this fear? I'm happy to support you with any questions that you have. In money and relationships, I get this question a lot. It's like, well, I want to make more money, but I'm actually super afraid because I don't have any money, or I have to pay the bills, or how can I focus on letting go of control around money if I'm in that space of needing to pay the bills? And I've been there, done that. It's not saying you don't move your feet to make the money that if you're working a job right now, but you need to become an energetic match. Angie, I'm with doTERRA. Yeah, we're building a beautiful Goddess Boss community. So cool. But does anybody have any questions? And same thing with relationships. I get this a lot with romantic relationships that, my partner doesn't support me. My partner doesn't support me in my business. Every time that he comes home, he's like, what kind of money did you make today? And I totally get that. And that, again, is going to come down to you becoming that energetic match for what it is that you want him to treat you as, or see you as, or show up at the dinner table saying to you. Fear that money is ending soon. Yeah, so this is really, really awesome. Thank you for sharing this. So if we scale this back, if you have money right now, but you fear that it's going to go away, I really held on to this fear a long time. The very first year that I made really good money, I was so afraid because prior to that, I was so broke. So I was afraid that I was going to unravel everything I did and it was going to land me back where I used to be. And that was too painful for me. So sometimes what happens, most of the time what happens, when we are not progressing because you've gotten to where you are. So if you have money right now, you knew what you needed to do to get there. if you're holding on to this old fear of it sliding back or something bad's going to happen or it's going to run out really soon, obviously you get what you speak, you get what you think, so it's going to happen. So if I were you in this moment, I would look at actually what it is that I want and how I can become an energetic match for that goal. You know, what beliefs do I actually have to let go of? But this is the secret when it comes to a fear of going back to the way that you were. Start to look at actually why you're not that way anymore. You know, if you can hear Hudson's drinking water. Really, sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit, and we don't actually look at how far we've come. We don't look at the growth, what we've did. We're not the same people we were just yesterday. You know, I said this in our 5-day challenge going on right now. The work that you did on yourself yesterday, the surrendering you did on yourself yesterday, that is allowing you to show up as a completely different person. And the only reason that you're not seeing you're a different person is because your ego is telling you you're not. It's trying to keep you in that survival story because it feels so good. It feels so good. And also, I want to say on this fear that money is ending soon, where did you pick that up? We pick up all these beliefs from our parents, right? Or the people that raised us or the people that were around us when we were young. So who taught you this? Because you're just playing out a scenario. So look at where you're going in your mind to the people you're going to, and are you coming to them or are you coming to yourself in your mind in a space of power, like I got this, or are you coming in a space of like, oh, my money is running out, I don't know what to do? And how are you getting love from people? I used to show up with my family all the time, even though I knew I was made for more and I didn't want to play small anymore. I would still show up to them in a way of struggle because that's the only way I actually got love. When they would say, oh, Kris, I'm so sorry your money is coming to an end, or, oh, I'm so sorry you can't afford that, I felt more love than if I came and said, hey, I made 6 figures this year or 10K this month. Because they couldn't understand what that was like. They couldn't say, oh my God, like that's so amazing, and let me give you a hug around this. I'm not saying that they don't do this now, but you know, look at where you're getting love and where you're keeping that story stuck. That's just what I want to say. But you can always change anything. If you have the inkling, if you have the gut feeling or the heart feeling that I want to go bigger. I really want to go bigger. I want to grow a massive team. I really want to, you know, put good money in the hands of women that are going to impact the world in such a big way. If you have that big feeling, that's where you need to stop being a disservice and start really working on yourself, because that was given to you for a reason. Such a big reason. My boss not giving me more business. Oh, I see. So do you do sales? Love is huge. I am open to receiving a lot more love. Yeah. So here's a great tip on receiving more love. Start to be giving more love to yourself. Allow yourself to really deeply, truly love yourself. You teach people how to treat you, and you teach people how to treat you by your frequency, your energy, how you're showing up, how you're speaking, how you're allowing them to, you know, come into your space if you're setting up boundaries. So I say this all the time, the foundation for everything you want in life comes down to self-love, in my opinion. If you don't love yourself, you're not going to step up and play bigger. You're not going to have the confidence to go out there and play bigger. You're not going to be open enough to receive the love from your partner. You're going to have a wall up. So it's working on loving yourself first. That's setting the foundation. That's the foundation for receiving more money. Self-love and loving yourself is it's more of the feminine energy. So is receiving. You know, that's what I'm saying. Going out and doing the work, that's a piece of it. But if you're not receiving the money because you don't feel worthy or good enough, then it's not going to happen. It's just going to be stuck out around you and you're not actually going to see it in your bank account. You have to receive it. Yeah. Oh, good for you. Work on your self-love. If you're not already, go into our 5-day Ignite Your Light free challenge. I'll post the link down below. We talk about this. I give you exercises on this every day for we're on day 2 today, so you can go back and watch the replay. Okay, so you're coaching on a team. Okay, so they're not giving you enough leads or obviously enough clients to work with. Okay, so there's a couple things that you can do here. One, you can look at how, this might sound so out there, look at how you actually are attracting this and wanting this. What is the emotional payoff you're getting from your boss not giving you more business? How are you benefiting from it? I'm not saying you're probably feeling really good, like, yeah, he or she's not giving me business, but is it keeping you in a victim state? Is it keeping you in a woe is me state? If so, how can you flip it and start to be in a more empowering space and a more empowering state? Maybe using a simple affirmation like, I am given the right leads at the right time, or I am being given the right clients at the right time, and really getting into that space. We can easily fall victim into thinking people are doing things to us in such a blame. And this is going to be with so much love to everyone listening, and because I am a recovering victim mentality, everything comes down to us and our energy and what we're believing to be true. What we're believing to be true. It's making me do my own things. Okay, let's celebrate this. Let's celebrate this. See, that's the exact flip that you need to have. So what a blessing. He or she's not giving you the business that you want, but you have the time to step up. The universe will show you things in ways that seem so crazy. So crazy. You'll get an intuitive hit and you're like, oh God, why would I want to do that? That seems really weird. That seems really hard. You know, I just left something that I couldn't see was possible because I was so emotionally attached to it and like financially in it that it made no sense to me, but I knew I had to come and I could, come and build everything that I want to build here. So this is really, really great. So then focus your attention here and what you're creating, and get energetically behind what you want your own business to look like, how you want to feel in it, the type of income you want to be making, the type of people you want to be working with, because maybe you want to be attracting a whole different type of crew of people, and that's okay. So using this space as a blessing, like you just said, which is what I want. So honor that. The universe will give you what you want. Always. Oh yeah, awesome. Well then welcome to the 5-day. Does anybody else have any questions? So the moral of today's story is to stop making it hard. Ask if you believe in, the power of the universe or God or spirit. I jam with spirit every single day. Ask for what you need to do today. Set your goals. What does that look like? What does that feel like? And instead of thinking that you have to do it a very overbearing, masculine way, if that doesn't feel right for you, that might feel right for some people, then that's okay. You always want to go on what feels the best for you. And I just want to let you know, speaking now from experience, from having an incredible month of June and going into July, just as incredible, is everything can come down from really being in that energetic alignment. And we can't forget that there is this power all around us that is constantly giving us more of what we want. And if we just tap into it, not saying you take your foot off the gas and you stop going forward. You have to take the inspired action. You still have to take the action, but it's coming from that inspiration, that intuition. And that's when you're right on track and you're not forcing anything. You're actually in the flow of where you need to go, where you want to go. Awesome, you guys. Does anybody else have any questions? There are so many exciting things coming up that I can't wait for you guys to see. So stay tuned. And if you guys have questions, just comment below. I'll go through the post later and reply and answer any questions or coaching that you have. And enjoy the rest of your day, you guys. Thanks so much for spending time with me, and have a beautiful, what day is it today? Tuesday.